that didn't take long, but we at least found the time to walk around a little bit, get inside the venue. It was very interesting to see how all the Italians were actually jumping on Matteo's back,
Yeah. Yeah.
celebrating him like he had already won this tournament, but he's now kicked out Joshua Schmidt and Piranowski. So chances are we're going to see him in the finals.
Yeah.
Not too bad, at least. This is our top 8 breakdown, and I know you can't see this. Don't worry, guys. It's not super important what I'm saying. Matteo is in that upper corner, and we're now looking at the lower bracket. This is what only thing I wanted to get across, because in that upper bracket we see 2 Burning Abyss and 2 Necros going up against each other. It's always Burning Abyss versus Necros. Matteo's Necros deck, needs to go up against Giorgio Dascal, the only player from Moldavia in the top 8, and I think that's also a first. I think that's the first time ever we've had a player from Moldavia in the top 8. No offense or anything, I'm just something special we got there.
Just stating facts.
Yeah, I'm just stating facts. Yeah, you know, people are sometimes turning my words around. The other Burning Abyss player in the top 8 is Alessandro Di Patria, and this might sound familiar to you because we featured him in our round 1 feature match yesterday. And Alessandro, the reigning Italian national champion, who also played at the World Championship, by the way.
Yeah.
So many things about this guy. And he lost round 1 to Battery Man.
Yeah, so I guess he managed to bounce back from his crushing defeat.
Talk about a comeback. He then went on and made it all the way to the top 8. Well done, Alessandro Di Patria. All right, now let's now focus on the lower bracket. The slightly more interesting bracket is what I'm throwing out there. You can correct me if you want, but we will now feature Peter Gross from Austria playing Kozmo against Alessandro Garanzini from Italy. By the way, Peter Gross and Giorgio Dascal, who I mentioned before, are the only 2 players who are not Italians. So well done, Italy. It looks like the title might be staying in your own country, but Giorgio and Peter have something to say about that.
Yep.
All right. Before I interrupted myself, Peter is going up against Alessandro Garanzini, and he's playing Shaddoll, the only Shaddoll player remaining in the top 8. Let's take a look at the breakdown that we have. I think that's the top 32 breakdown, top day 2 breakdown. Should be the first that we have. Yep. This is at the start of this day, at the start of the... Oh no, actually we get the top 32, yeah. There you go. You can, this is the duelist breakdown, also not too bad. You can see that Italy is actually not that strong. I mean, of course they are pretty good, 50% of the field, but now they are 6 out of 8. You can do the maths. Yep. And they were able, the Italians, to overcome all of these other guys from the other countries, especially Germany, is like falling from 9 people to 0, partly because of Matteo doing so well. Yeah. All right, but very diverse. And this is the deck breakdown of the top 32. You can see Necros was very dominant going into the top 32. We're now at 50% of the field, and if we rewind a little bit, at the start of day 1 we were looking at 25% of the field. At the start of day 2 we were looking at like 33% of the field. Now we're at 50% of the field, so Necros is getting more and more control over the field. Yep. Up until this point, because they have reached their peak and they are still at 50%. So they didn't increase in numbers for the first time in this tournament, so to speak, because we got the Shaddoll, Kozmo, Burning Abyss going up against them. Yep. All right. That's all the information you need. And with that, we're going to take you to the feature match table, where Alessandro Garanzini on the left is going up against Peter Gross on the right with his Kozmo deck. And that's it. That's the handshake. And let's get started. I'm excited for this match.
Here we go.
After that thriller we've seen in the last round.
Yeah. So I'm just excited. I get to stare at Peter Gross's deck list once more. So he's opened up here.
Yeah, Solemn Warning.
Yeah, Solemn Warning, Slip Rider, Good Witch, Max C, and I think that's another Max C. So he's gone double Max C, Good Witch, Slip Rider. So this is good. Not fantastic, but it's good. They have he has the ability to summon Slip Rider straight off the bat here.
Mm-hmm. And we also see Alessandro's deck loading in slowly with an L Shaddoll Fusion.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that card in a while. We haven't seen Shaddoll, I think, all day, right? Did we see Shaddoll today?
Yes. No. No.
We saw it yesterday. Yeah. I think
they
like
kind of meld into one. The amount of sleep
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
have between them
that's true.
is
Like
not much.
after round 3 or round 4, our volunteers that are entering the cards in the back, they were like, I don't wanna see another Shaddoll deck for a little while because we've had so many.
Okay, so
We're having technical difficulties, it appears.
yeah.
With Ryan on the right, who you don't see anymore. Our site burn.
Yeah, so we can head back to us and
Yeah.
we can just talk a little bit about these deck lists.
Right.
So,
We have seen Peter Gross's
we've
list.
seen Peter Gross's list already. I find it absolutely fascinating that he's managed to just put in these Traptrix cards alongside all of the Kozmo engine.
In case you haven't seen it now, before, we do have an interview with Peter Gross after his round 4 feature match already on YouTube. So you can just go there, rewatch that, and he's explaining how he ended up with the rest of the deck. Because on Friday he already told us about the core of the deck, what are like the most important cards.
Yeah, so let's take a look here at the deck of Alessandro. So it's looking reasonably basic here with the the 3 mathematicians, very obvious card for Shaddoll. It's a great normal summon. Normally Shaddolls don't have a very good normal summon, apart from like maybe setting a Hedgehog or setting a Falco. But still, Mathematician can go ahead and just send any of your Shaddolls to the graveyard, Beast via Squamata. But yeah, that's
what it does.
That's it. That's just what the card does.
Exactly.
So he is playing the clowns.
Yep.
Yep. So it wouldn't be Shaddoll Clowns without it. He doesn't seem to be playing Gigabyte unless that's Gigabyte and it's
that's
just
juggler. Performance, damage, juggler. It just uses 2 lines for that.
Right. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, and as far as the spell cards are concerned,
Nothing
nothing
out of the ordinary.
Maybe Mind Control.
Yeah.
That's about it.
And yeah, he does play a Vanishing's Emptiness in the main deck, one of those so-called floodgates.
He's playing Sinister Shadow Games, which is kind of strange. Like it got phased out after a while. Nobody was playing Sinister Shadow Games. People thought it was quite slow, being the drop card it is. I quite like it. If you open up Mathematician and Sinister Shadow Games, then
It's a good setup.
just crazy good.
Right.
That's all to be said about Alessandro's list. It's kind of basic. It's got it's a really basic list, so we're going to be able to see him just play this deck to its absolute best potential.
Although there's a very good chance we're going to see the side decks playing a major role in this.
Yeah.
Peter Gross is one of the most minimalistic side decks we have seen all weekend.
Yeah, so it's always something that we look at on these deck lists of this versus this is very different. So do they fill their side deck full of lots of different cards, just a couple of them, one of this, 2 of that, or do they play just solid 3s of different cards?
Right. And Peter actually goes with just 5 different cards, all played in 3s.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's going to be pretty useful is these 3 diffusions and the 3 retaliating seas, as we saw in his previous feature match.
Right. With that, the technical difficulties have been magically cleared up.
Yep.
And we got the hand of
straight into the action.
Yeah. So Peter started with just a solemn warning on the field. This is his hand. He does have the Slip Rider, Good Witch, 2 copies of Maxi. Passes play after setting only the warning. Back to Alessandro Garanzini.
And see Foolish Burial for the Damage Juggler. Damage Juggler's effect immediately to banish itself to go and search for, I can only assume, the Trick Clown.
And sorry, what was the warning used on?
Mathematician.
Ah, yes. Thank you.
So,
and then
Peter was alright. Peter did have double Maxi in his opener. Yeah,
he
does have
did
double
have,
Maxi.
Yeah. Now it's only 1 Maxi. And there is the El Shaddoll Fusion. All right.
Yep, and we're going to see the draw from Maxi here. So let's just take a look if he has the ability to OTK him here.
Yeah, that escalated quickly. It's like, oh, let's get started with the match. Oh, wait a second, we got some technical difficulties. Okay, let's go back to the match. Oh, I think he's got an OTK. What?
Yeah.
Right.
So he uses Trick Clown here. He's going to be able to special summon Hat Tricker from his hand.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder why people are no longer playing Sword. So, just because that can happen.
Why is the dragon? How did the dragon?
Oh, he had the El Shaddoll fusion. What did he send to the graveyard? I'm not 100% sure. And now he ended up with a Performage Trapeze Magician. That's a 2/5 attack monster, and then he's got 2/8 with the construct. So, unless I'm missing an effect or something.
That's actually an OTK right there, but I'm unsure because
Is he doing
the
some
dragon.
damage?
I'm pretty sure that the dragon. He tried to normal summon the dragon, but he can't do that.
Because he did the mathematician?
Yeah.
Okay, and our judge Kiwi just said it's resolved.
Yeah, but still, it doesn't matter. So, yeah, the Trapeze Artist allows you to target one of your monsters, and it can attack twice. So he's just going to target Construct and then attack with them all for game.
And that is all she wrote.
Yep.
Talk about an up and down. Wow.
Yeah.
Oof. What a bad beat for Peter Gross.
That's kind of swift. The Trapeze Artist really showing its flexibility there.
And that felt like it came right from outer space. And
yeah.
with that, Shaddoll Clowns are grounding Peter Gross. And suddenly it is 1-0 for Alessandro Garanzini. And the Italians in the room, we have like a 2-minute delay on the stream, because that allows us to get resolve some of the technical difficulties that we're usually facing before you guys are actually noticing it. So we would have even more interruptions without those 2 minutes in between. And but at the same time, that means that what is happening on the table will only be transported to the rest of the world and also to the rest of the venue with like a slight delay. And interestingly enough, in just a few seconds, we're going to hear the Italians crying out loud.
Yeah.
Because they are avid watchers of the stream, just like last round when Matteo won against Piran. Before Matteo got out, there were already people crowding up and, and lying in wait. It looked like the worst attempt of an assassination ever. Fortunately, it was a celebration. So, yeah, no blood has been spilled, and the Italian pride is still intact. So 6 Italians, and one of them is leading 1-0 against Peter Gross from Austria, the 3-time YCS winner.
Okay, so Peter is not going to let this shake his faith. I don't think so.
Yeah, because he's here to have fun. That's what he told us.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, I'm just here for my fun deck."
It's no fun losing in the top 8 in that way.
No, he said to me just before the game that he has no problems with top 8. He's really confident for top 8, but he's really quite scared about top 4. That was what he said to me before, simply because of the great side deck cards that he has here.
So, what was the final result about that mathematician thing that got warninged? And
yeah, it was the mathematician got warninged, and then Shaddoll Dragon was normal summoned,
which is not possible.
Yeah, which is not possible. But then that got taken back, so that got resolved.
Oh, okay.
Dragon got sent back to hand, and then instead of using the dragon's normal summon, he just summoned Hat Tricker instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So everything was fine.
Yeah, everything got resolved
because it happened so fast that even our friends on the Twitch chat, which have a certain chumpy mind when it comes to these things and scream cheater, didn't notice how this happened.
Yeah, so that's what happened in the end. Let's just explain that once more. So he had he had the construct from L Shaddoll Fusion. He'd sent Trick Clown, which was able to use its effect because it was sent to the graveyard by paying 1,000 to special summon it from the graveyard. He then also had Hat Tricker in his hand, which he used to special summon and then overlay Hat Tricker and Trick Clown into the Trapeze Magician, sorry.
Yeah.
And that was the actual play that happened, and the thing that got taken back, instead of the Hat Tricker being used as a material, he used Dragon.
Yeah.
So the Dragon got brought back to hand, and then it was all fixed.
Right. Interestingly enough, as soon as we explained that there was no cheating involved, that was an honest mistake. Player tried to summon, even though he already summoned before.
Yeah.
And the chat then simply switches and says, "Why is Peter not noticing this? He's such a noob." Well, chances are, if you're going up against Peter Gross and I had to pick one of the two who's going to win, no matter what your name is, I'm going to pick Peter Gross because he's that good.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes things are happening in the heat of the moment, especially in this feature match area where the pressure is 10 times as high.
Yeah.
Peter Gross still with a smile on his face even after that beating in the
He was here for fun.
first game. Yeah. And let's see what happens in the second game.
Yep. So yeah, just to show just how powerful that trapeze magician is.
Yeah. Yeah, if you needed a reason to go and get a copy of that card, there you go.
Yeah, so we see Peter here opening with a much stronger hand. Farm Girl, Honest, Max C.
Yeah,
we don't need to see the rest.
We've just seen 3 cards and it's already better. But Alessandro also has quite a few interesting cards with him.
Yeah, Blackluster Soldier. It's quite an important card there.
And Peter allows his opponent to go first.
Yeah, he actually has so much to be done here. So much to be done. Because he's going to be able to stop the Triclown summon as well. That's actually really, really tough that he had that Max C.
Yeah.
Because the line of play that would have happened, he would have... Yeah, exactly. So you see here, he would have summoned Construct and then summoned Falco and Triclown, which is another 2. So that's 3 cards off of Max C now, if he goes with the same play. And then obviously Construct effect. He's going to stop that right off. That's 2 summons. Oh, or he is going to. I think he just pointed at the graveyard as if to say, I'm going to have these.
Okay, so the Max C challenge that Peter was sending Alessandro's way has been answered, and he says, "I'm fine with this. I'm going to go for it." Which is interesting. Does he not fear Kozmo? Maybe.
I have no idea. Okay, no, he just got Falco. Okay, that's.
Oh, okay, so
that's reasonable.
Yeah, if there's such a thing as giving your opponent 3 free cards.
Yeah. So Peter draws into a 7th card here.
Yeah, excellent start for Peter Gross, even though his opponent now has the Construct.
Oof, Diffusion. Yeah, that's nice. So he has an immediate out to the Construct, but he doesn't have any kind of reasonable way to get around that Falco effect.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point.
Yeah, so...
What is the best line of plays?
It's really hard to say here. He's in a really tough spot. There's no real way to deal with that Falco. He's going to have to just summon Farm Girl. Let's have a look at the hand of Alessandro here. Yeah, there's no real good plays here, considering the hand of Alessandro. So yeah, Farm Girl's... Oh, okay, that's... Yeah, if he wants to do that, he can... Yeah, so he's going to clear out Construct by... using the Farm Girl, and then use Farm Girl's effect to go searching his deck.
Yeah, why not? I mean, that's a good option, I think.
Yeah. So, I wonder what he's going to go search. He might go and get Kozmo Town.
What else is there? Are there any real alternatives?
Yeah, he can get Forerunner, the big 2,800 attack monster that's untargetable.
What does the Shaddoll deck have against that card? Raigeki?
He can just hit it with Construct.
Yeah, that's a pretty good out.
Yeah. He just hits it with Construct, and then Construct's effect's going to activate and pop it before they battle, because it was special summoned.
Yeah.
There's no... Well, unless you tribute 2 monsters for Forerunner, which would be crazy.
But as long as Construct is... if Alessandro were to be out of Constructs, it would be safe, apart from a Raigeki.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Raigeki, Mind Control, a rank 4 play.
Mind Control targets, right?
Oh, yeah, good point.
So
sorry.
That wouldn't work. But
so
yeah.
It does get Kozmo down.
All right, let's see. Peter Gross will probably know this better than us. He uses the Farm Girl, attacks with the help of Honest over the Construct.
Yeah.
Now
so
he's got Kozmo Town.
He's just going to take it
straight
as
back
he comes
to his
here.
hand.
So, yeah, he's going to attack into that Falco. Falco's going to set Beast.
Yeah, but
Ooh, that's quite interesting. Because he did just take a small second to think about having construct. Good witch for the slip rider over the beast effect. Now that's kind of tough for Peter Gross here.
Normally he could have done like a lot of damage already.
Yeah, I can see him potentially using Kozmo Town's effect. Okay, so he put the effect in the graveyard alongside the construct and the trick clown are now some great light monsters that he can use for Blackluster Soldier. Now, Void Trap Hole is going to be quite interesting here because that's going to be dealing with the Blackluster Soldier.
Yeah, and at this moment, Alessandro doesn't have anything to take out the trap hole.
Yeah, so he got Good Witch back to his hand. I don't know why he picked Good Witch. Oh, okay, yeah. So he wants to keep Farm Girl there in the banish pile so that he can get it with Kozmo Town next turn. But he's gonna use the other effect of Kozmo Town, which is to shuffle any number of Kozmo monsters, Kozmo cards, I think it is, back into the deck and draw the same number.
Yeah, this card's so versatile, so many effects that you can use.
Yeah,
really,
so much.
Yeah, really no wonder that even though we just have like such a low number of cards that it can pull a few cool tricks up its sleeve.
Yep.
All right. See if we can bring up the Void Trap Hole.
Yep. So here's the Void Trap Hole. So yeah, when the opponent special summons a monster, it negates its effects and destroys it if it's got 2,000 or more attack points, which Blackluster Soldier does.
Most certainly.
Yeah. So Alessandro here is going to be feeling pretty okay. So that mathematician's probably going to go through.
Let's check what Peter actually did draw into.
Yeah, he drew Mystical Space Typhoon. That's not fantastic.
No, not really.
It's going to stop the breakthrough skill, at least.
Yeah.
I say at least. But it's a pretty good thing.
It's something.
Yep.
It's not much more than having those Cosmo monsters in your hand, isn't it?
So we are going to be able to see. So what options does he have here? He can use Shaddoll Fusion and fuse into a construct because he has Hat Trigger. Oh, is Hat Trigger the one that's Earth? I think Hat Trigger could be Earth. So he would have to go into a Shekinaga if he wanted to.
Does he want to, or is it more like if he has to?
No, I don't think he wants to. Just have a quick look.
Yeah, but is this Shekinaga going to bait out?
Yeah, Hat Trigger's Earth.
Is he going to bait out the Void Trap Hole?
No, he can just diffuse it.
Right, so yeah, he's going to save that Void Trap Hole for as long as possible.
So he must have drawn Trick. Yeah, so he must have drawn Trick Clown somehow. Oh yeah, he played Mathematician, send Squamata, send Beast, draw a card. Just happened to draw the card he needed.
That's how you do it.
Which is impressive. So, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Really bad news for Peter Gross.
Mm-hmm.
The Void Trap Hole, while it does deal with the construct, he now is wide open to the Blackluster Soldier in Warrior from the beginning.
Yeah, massively.
And was that a misplay, in your opinion?
Blackluster Soldier is a one-of. You don't really play for that.
You don't see it coming?
But to be honest, he should have just used Diffusion. He should have just used Diffusion
because it's more like situational.
Yeah, it's better to use the situational cards first.
Yeah, as a rule of thumb.
Yeah.
So
he has Hat Tricker as well. This is really not looking good for Peter. I don't know if he's not even attacked this turn either.
No, we're still in main phase 1.
Yeah.
And Alessandro Garanzini is just now assembling all the cards that he needs.
He may be able to win here. I don't know why Construct didn't get back the Shaddoll Fusion.
Is it because the Void Trap Hole negates the effects, or is it only while it's on the field?
Well, that'll just negate the effect as it stands. But yeah, so that's 6-5 total damage.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, he's well, I mean, attacking with the Blackluster Soldier is usually not the best idea if the opponent's monsters can simply replace each other.
Yeah. But that's why Castell spun it away.
Yeah. Is he going to summon the Blackluster Soldier?
Yeah, I think so.
Is he going to fear something like Torrential Tribute? Or
yeah, like Torrential Mirror Force. But
the Mirror Force would be amazing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, Peter Gross has nothing in his back row that can stop these monsters here. So he's going to take tons of damage. Not quite over 9,000, but over 5,000.
65, so he's on 600 life points.
Wow. So suddenly, Kozmo Town, which is usually only asking you for very, very small investments, becomes almost too costly of a card to use.
At least he's going to be able to just flip over both of these Mystical Space Typhoons and then be free to use whatever cards he gets when he draws.
Yeah.
Honestly, the best card that he could draw here is probably something along the lines of Honest.
Oh, he doesn't even use the MSTs.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's an ultimate rare. I don't know what ultimate rares he plays. I think the only card that comes in ultimate rare in his deck is Traptrix Milieu.
Alright, so Peter Gross is standing on the brink of defeat. He has to find a way to deal with this field. And
what did he draw? Oh, Maxi. Sorry, yeah, Maxi is ultimate as well. Kozmo Town. So I think he has to put back Farm Girl and pray.
Yeah, now it's time for the MSTs to clear the path, I guess. He can attack over Mathematician, if I'm not mistaken.
No, Mathematician's 1500.
Oh, okay, so he's not going to even deal any damage.
No. That would be okay, because then he could at least go up into... Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Peter Gross completely ignoring our advice, our terribly, terribly bad advice, and he knows what he's doing. Okay.
He's popping his own
Kozmo Town to go and search another Kozmo card.
Well, while that is good, is it going to be good enough?
I feel like Peter is so calm that it must be. I don't know how he's planning on dealing with Blackluster Soldier, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Kozmo? Why? Oh, he just showed him. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's showing a different copy in a different language.
Yep.
Because most likely the first one was German.
Still, I don't know how he plans on... I think Peter's line of play here is literally summon Farm Girl, banish it for Forerunner, do some attacking, then hope his opponent has to do something so that he can play Max C and then draw into Honest. That's...
Yeah. Sometimes that's the road you have to walk.
Oh, no, hold on. So he does actually have... He's going to have 100 life points left if Blackluster Soldier attacks over the Forerunner.
Right, yeah, because it doesn't trigger the effect that you can attack a second time, because that only happens when you destroy a monster in battle.
No, he's not going to be able to banish it. He's going to have to...
Yeah, no, I know. If he attacks with Blackluster Soldier, because normally you can attack twice, but that's only if you destroy a monster in battle.
Yeah, but, well, he is going to be able to destroy... He's going to be able to destroy it in battle.
Oh, but then he can attack for a second time, or am I missing something?
Yeah, he can attack for a second time. But the point is that Forerunner is going to be able to go and special summon Slip Rider.
There we go. This is the part I'm missing.
Okay, so Slip Rider's coming out here.
Well, Peter Gross 100 life, fighting toe and nail, trying to stay in this, hanging in there, just 100 life points. This feels like one of these episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Quite honestly, where you're seeing them dropping down to like 50 life points.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can still turn it around, but yeah, exactly. We need this animated sound for the life points. Ooh.
100 life points.
Yeah.
Wow.
Screenshot that. If he comes back from this, he is my hero, seriously. But yeah, again, the question is, how do you deal with a Blackluster Soldier?
Honestly, I don't know.
Alessandro's got an Shaddoll fusion.
I don't think, like, the fusions really don't matter at this point, because he has a diffusion. And we know that the other card that Alessandro has is a Mystical Space Typhoon.
But this game would have been a whole different story if he started with the diffusion and then used the Void Trap out on the Blackluster. So I don't know if he wanted to make
different.
Yeah, I don't know if he wanted to make it more exciting for us or something. He's not doing us any favors here.
We draws a Void Trap all.
Oh.
That's not pleasant.
And I think that's it, because
the
Slip Rider can get banished by the Blackluster Soldier, and Mathematician can then attack for game. Or actually, he can well,
He can set max C
yeah.
and then not die.
Yeah,
Next turn.
yeah, that's an option. This is such a simple move, I didn't even think of it. There goes the mystical space.
Okay, so that could have been worse. He could have hit the diffusion.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the positive side of things here.
Yeah. Okay, so we have to basically... Peter has to hope that his opponent is going to special summon something. He can drop Maxi. The special summon should be a fusion. That would be really nice.
No. He's gonna have to set max C here.
Oh yeah, so he cannot drop Maxi. So much for that. Ugh. But Peter Gross would be in a great position if he would have kept that Void Trap hole for Black Luster Soldier.
Amazing position.
Yeah, and that is it. That is it.
Attack.
And
that's
this
game over.
Mathematician for game. Alessandro Garanzini taking out Peter Gross, who could go very, very far with Kozmo, but at this point, that was it. Wow.
Yeah.
What an exciting match.
Yeah.
Very, very different from what we saw last round.
Yeah.
That thriller between the two Necros players.
Yeah.
And but well-deserved victory. Don't get the wrong idea, guys.
Yeah, very well deserved.
Just because we're rooting for Kozmo because it is the new deck, and it seems it's such a cool story that Peter Gross is like coming out of retirement for the third time and ends up in the top 8 of yet another large tournament. Very inspirational in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Really just pushing these new cards to the limits, clearly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's not much more to be said about about Peter Gross here. He took those cards and pushed it to the absolute limits to try and use these new cards and produce something. And
right.
He said himself, all he was going to do was come to be doing some kind of fun.
Yeah, having something to do between going to the beach and chilling out. Yeah, so, well, he might not walk away with a sunburn, but instead with some prizes. That's not the worst trade in the world.
No.
And he provided a lot of entertainment for us, at least.
Definitely.
And
he's been the story for us this weekend.
Yeah. We are going to take a very short break, and then we're going to be back with a short interview with Alessandro Garanzini, who just overcame Peter Gross, reducing the number of non-Italian players in this tournament to 1. And that is if Giorgio Dascal wins his top 8 match. There's also the chance that he does not make it to the semi-finals, in which case we would only have 4 Italians remaining, which would also be quite something. Anything else we need to mention at this point?
Nope, I think we should have a chat with Alessandro.
Yeah, and we should have a drink as well. So let's have a very short break, and then we're going to have the interview with Alessandro.